You're listening to the Chronicles of Living podcast, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in their past, present, and future. Now let's talk.
Greetings, my visionary dreamers. How's everybody doing on Let's Talk Sunday? It's Memorial Day. And, we've been on this lockdown, so I'm kind of like, it is, until I go outside and I see all these people lined up because they opened up our part of town in Georgia. And so it's like mad shopping, has been mad shopping like all week long. Bunch of sales, 50%, 80%. Amazing sales and lines out of the bazoogu. People literally with their lawn chairs and umbrellas. I'm like, OMG. I'm not a line person. But let me get back. I'm just rambling. How is everybody doing? This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard, saving you from yourself, from the world, from some real bullshit. And you are listening to Chronicles of Living podcast show, the show for everyday people doing everyday things, living everyday life. It's extraordinary folk doing the damn thing the best way we can. And so I'm just going to get right to it. Well, no, first, let me say thank you. All of my listeners, all my visionary dreamers, my newcomers. I just love y'all for the support that you have been giving this show throughout the years. I actually can say that throughout the years. This is going on my third year come August. This is crazy and amazing. Episode 188. Wow. That is a big milestone for me. And I'm just so excited that this platform has actually really helped a lot of people throughout the world. I can actually say that throughout the world, not just my neighborhood or my city, my state, but actually around the world. So shout outs to everybody around the world for listening and sharing this show. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for supporting me with the books, Visionary Dreamer, 90-Day Journal, and Transform Your Life, Discover Your Purpose. Thank you. And I really hope and pray that those books help you just as much as it helped me to heal in so many ways as I was writing it and as I was going through the things that I was writing about. So with that being said, today's topic is family over everything. Or maybe not. And guys, this topic, I actually took a nap. And before I took the nap, I was just like, God, give me a title when I wake up, please. Because I really don't know. I had a few of them going around in my head, as I always do. And of course, I always have some written down. But I just was a blank canvas before I took my little nap. And I woke up and it was like, family first, family. It was like all of this family stuff. And I was like, okay, so here it is. Whatever God says through me is for you guys that's listening today. So what do I mean by family over everything or maybe not? We hear that saying a lot. We people getting different things and especially when I was young, I can remember, where I grew up, we did get into quite a few fights. And we had a lot of females in my family. And so it was just like, if somebody had altercation, you had your family there to back you up, And I think kind of just growing up, that's how that saying evolved, like, whenever there's a issue, family is supposed to have your back. And I think it should be that way. It should. But where the or maybe not comes from is because, unfortunately, it's not always that way, I truly believe that Well, as we know, we are all born as individuals, okay? We come to this earth individually, on our own for a reason, because we all have our own missions. We all have our own purpose or our own assignments that's meant to be completed before we leave here. Of course, unfortunately, there are many of us that don't complete our purpose or never even find our purpose. Or some of us find our purpose and know our assignment, but we're so stuck because of family, since that's the topic. Sometimes our family can keep us stuck and keep us from moving into our purpose and our assignment and why we are truly here on this earth, in this time, space, and reality. And how can that happen? Because of that loyalty to the saying, family first, family over everything. We have to realize that it's called the family tree for a reason. Family tree it consists of families and just going through generation to generation and being able to look back on great grandmom this, great grandpa that, great 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 aunt this, uncle dad, or whatever like that, and looking into their lives and seeing what they offered the family, the world, themselves. What did they become? How did they add to the world? How did they make any changes to the family? Things of that nature. I truly believe in my heart of all hearts, if we all continue to repeat cycles that our family repeats, then it's like, how are you growing another branch to the family? Now, some of us are fortunate to to be born into happy families. Yay! Joyful families all the time, very encouraging and inspirational families. And some of us are born into dysfunctional families, and some of us are born into chaotic families. Some of us are born into hateful family, racist families, religious families, all kinds of families. You know what I mean? And because of that, it creates a bit of our makeup, as they would say, and I would say makeup because it's like, who are we really, outside of the family? Who are we really? Some of us never discover who we are because we're so used to the family telling us who we are. We're so used to the family, all the seeds that they planted in us along the way, the words that they said to us and who we are and who we should be and who we're not going to ever become and who we can't become and all of those things, Of course, again, some of us are fortunate enough to have family that said, you can do it. Go for it, ADionne. Yes, you're the best. You can reach the stars and the world is yours. And, some of us have that. But sometimes we have to look outside of our family to get that and to receive that. As they say, you could choose. What is it? No, you can't choose your family, but you could choose your friends. And also, when you find your tribe, you find your family. There's so many different sayings. I stick with the whole, when you find your tribe, you find your family. That has been my experience. I found my tribe, and therefore I found my family. And the way I look at it is this. Your tribe is a group of people, or either 1, 2, it could be 10 or whatever, people that come across your path, or it can even be within your family. It could be that cousin, it could be that brother, that sister, whatever. It can be within your family as well. But a lot of times you find your tribe outside of the family, along your journey, as you meet people in life, like-minded people, people that you connect with, people that challenge you to go further, people that see the potential within you and tell you, yo, man, you got it. You could do it. Yes, that's you all day. Do it. Go for it. That's your tribe. Your tribe is the people that when you're down on yourself, they come along and they pick you up. They can give you those words and they kind of know you because in some ways they're a lot like you. You know what I mean? Not all the way like you, but they have little bits and pieces of themselves that's like you. So therefore, they can kind of feel what you're going through, and they could kind of give you those words that you need to get you through whatever you're feeling at that time, you know. Perfect example. I have, I tell you, I have like a handful of friends. I've weeded through the foes and the people, the fake ones, and all of those, and the true friends. And now I'm 50 years old, so therefore I know who are truly my true friends. I know my tribe right now. You know what I'm saying? And even if we disagree on things, I know who really got my back. I know who is really there for my best interests, and who really is in my corner, my cheerleaders, and they want to see me do good. They're not jealous of me. They're not hating on me. They don't want to hold me back. When they know about an opportunity that they know that they're not really fit for, but I am, they don't hesitate to tell me about it, and vice versa. That is a friend. A friend is not somebody that knows about an opportunity and they want it, but they know that you're more fit for it, but yet they don't want to tell you about it because they don't want you to get ahead. That's not a friend. Okay, let's just clarify that right now. That's not like family. Even with your family, you have family that can be the same way too. They can know a person that you could connect with, that can take your whole journey to a whole nother level, but yet they won't share that information because they don't want to see you sell further than them, And it's a sad thing. It's really a sad thing, but it's reality, So I have my handful of friends, and the crazy thing about it is, as God put this title on my heart, it was just like, He started showing me these flashes of different conversations I've had with my homegirls, and they like my sisters. We call each other sis, and some of them didn't get a chance to meet each other because I got friends in Georgia, I got friends in Pennsylvania, you know what I mean? I got my tribe in both places, but yet and still, what I noticed today for the first time is that I think, I got a handful of friends, but out of my handful of friends, they have sisters, and I don't have a blood sister. I have brothers, but how about each and every last one of them told me that I'm more of a sister to them than their own sister, and in some cases, sisters. You know what I mean? And when God showed me that today, and I'm like, and then started making me revisit some of the conversations I've had with them, how I have had conversations where they called me crying about a situation with them and their siblings, and how much hate their own sister, how much jealousy, how much envy. I was like, wow. And these are good women. You know what I'm saying? They good women, and they, good-hearted women. As far as these are women that I've known for years, over 15 years, I say. Majority of them over 15 years, maybe. At least over 10. And I'm like, how is it that their own blood can be so envious of them, can hate on them so much, and can, just be so jealous of them, instead of celebrating them and celebrating their accomplishments and things of that nature. I could remember, two of them calling me, like crying their eyes out, like wanting to just strangle, just out for blood. And I had to talk them off the ledge and just say, look, you know what? Let it go. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. I know that's your family, but it's becoming really toxic, and it's starting to take a little bit of you away. It's starting to chip away parts of you and parts of who you are, and the person that the light that you always shine. You're starting to dim your light. So maybe, I know that's your family, but maybe you need to just take a back step and just breathe a little bit and let it be what it's going to be, And that is the hardest thing to do. I know that's the hardest thing to do. Now, I haven't had to, let a sister go or whatever like that, but I've had to release myself from, a couple people that I really, really looked at as family. You know what I'm saying? That I loved wholeheartedly. I had to release myself because it was starting to, dim my light a little bit. It was starting to change me and make me a little bit angry or, like argumentative. I say that. And that's not who I am. That's not who I am. I'm a person that I work hard at not being argumentative. I work hard at, I want to have a debate with you. You know what I'm saying? Let's debate about the disagreement, but let's agree to disagree at the end of the day. But at the end of the day, we're all different. So the way we feel about things and the way we go at things are always going to be slightly different. You know what I mean? And we can all benefit if we just have healthy debates as opposed to arguments and as opposed to, getting each other to the point that our blood is boiling and we just want to kill each other. When it becomes that way and it's your family, you really need to step away. You really need to step away because family can really change your perception about life, about people, about yourself. I've seen it happen so many times with people along my path, so many different women and men. I've seen it happen where they tell me, well, I'm not going to go for this. And I'll be like, oh, wow, you're good at this. You should. Oh, well, my family, they say that, I would be better off being this or I wouldn't make it doing that. And I'm like, what? No, this you all day. You need to go for it. But when you hear your family speak certain words into your spirit over and over and over again, you can start to believe it because why? That's your family. That's your family. So it becomes indented and engraved in your subconscious. And so it's hard for you to break free from it. It's hard for you to break free of, the fear of going against the grain that your family told you could never break free of. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. I get it because as they say, you think about it when you're born into this world, what our environment is, what our atmosphere is, and the people that's around us, that's who we learn from. And that's how we learn that life is supposed to be. So if you grow up in an abusive family, then that's what you believe life is. That's what you believe you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be abusive. If you grow up in a dysfunctional family, then that's all you know is dysfunction. And when it's time that someone comes across your path and they want to give you love, you don't know how to receive it because you're so used to the dysfunction that the love is weird to you. Is you feel like, oh no, it's wrong. Is you don't want to accept love because you're used to being dysfunctional. You're used to yelling and arguing all the time. You're not used to affection. You never had the affection, the real healthy affection. Let's say that. You never had real healthy affection. So when it comes your way, you don't know how to receive it. And so therefore you might self-sabotage and push that person away that's trying to give you and show you love. I've seen it happen over and over again. I've had friends that have done it, because the thing is, sometimes when we don't experience affection and love in a healthy way, we'll push the person that's trying to give it to us away because we're fearful of what will happen if we receive it and if it don't go well. We're fearful of hurt. That is a protection mechanism that we actually have embedded in us to protect us. Oh no, you don't want it. You don't want to take the love from that person. You don't want to take the affection from that person because what if they let you down? What if they disappoint you? You're going to be hurt. So no, stay dysfunctional. Stay dysfunctional all day. Keep the anger in your heart. Keep the hurt in your heart. It's protecting you from getting hurt. When you're really hurting yourself every day, you're toxifying your body, your mind, and your spirit every day that you continue to walk in that dysfunction, to walk in that hate or that anger or that bitterness. You are tearing your body down. You're tearing your spirit down. You're tearing your soul down. So you got to learn that, yes, family can be that family to you. But when your family is a toxic family and your family is dysfunctional, you need to find your space in this time, space, and reality and go build your family. That's what we're supposed to do anyway. We're supposed to build the branch of a new family. Individually, we're supposed to build our own family. You know what I'm saying? And do things differently so that way, the next generation that comes, they have a variety to look at. They have a variety of different people in the family to look at and different ways to do things. Like, oh, wow, this family over here does things this way. They're so loving. They're so affectionate. And look at the results of them. Look at the results of their kids. Look at the results of, you know what I mean, the cousins that come from that group of the family. Look at them. Wow. Look at how much they're doing to help the world, to help the earth, to help themselves, and just how when they're down, how they uplift each other. Look at them. And then as a young person, you looking over here at this group of your family, and you're like, damn, woo. Every time I go over Uncle Bob and them house, woo, I just come out ready to fight somebody. I don't know why. Why do I come out so angry? What is going on? But yet when I'm over there at, Aunt Felicia's house, I just come out and I just want to go buy flowers for everybody. What's going on? Like, this is what I'm saying. This is the dynamic of family. We all have different family members that we can look at and say this about. It's unfortunate. But the family that's dysfunctional is the family that hasn't yet healed. Is a cycle of family members that's going on and giving birth through hurt and pain. And they have not healed themselves. And therefore, as they say, the baby picks up whatever the mother is going through within the womb. And through the womb, that is where the baby gets some of their experience and gets some of their, they already have a certain view of the earth, because once they start to hear the mother within the womb, they can hear if the mother is always happy and singing, and then they can hear if the mother is always crying and getting abused and cussing, and they can hear this. So when they come out into the world, they already have a little bit perception of the world, and they already have this certain feeling of, anger or happiness within them. And as they're growing up, they say up until 7 years old, the kid is really building their perception of the world. That's what scientists says. So if it's up to 7 years old, you think about it. You think about, if you have kids right now, you look at your kids right now and think about what they saw you go through up to the age of 7. How did you handle, certain issues, or how did you deal with them when they had different things going on up to the age of 7? And now look at them now and then ask yourself, okay, well, it's never too late to fix things. Definitely not. People say that, oh, people don't change after a certain age. It's not true. I'm 50 years old, and I can say, really, to be honest, maybe say 2017, I've been making changes along the way. But I'll say 2017, when I stayed 8 months, 7 months, 8 months, it was 8 months, at the yoga meditation retreat is when I truly got to know myself. And I started making drastic changes within me. I started letting go of some of the things that was embedded in my subconscious from a youth, from a kid, that made me doubt myself, or that made me, even though I've always been a go-getter, I've been a very ambitious person, I really had some issues that I had to work on that was really embedded in me. But because I was willing to change, and because I was open to change, that's how I was able to change. Plain and simple as that. So you're never too old to change. It's just, are you willing? Are you willing? Are you open? You know what I mean? Or are you stuck? because of your family? Are you stuck because of what your family embedded in you? Are you stuck because of all the beliefs that your family has? You know what I mean? If you grew up in a racist family, your family is rather is religious racism or ethnic background racism, and you grew up in that environment, and now you don't want to deal with. You might be a Christian and you don't want to deal with Muslims because Muslims supposed to be bad because your family say that, or vice versa. Or, you white and you think all black people bad because one of your family members had one bad experience with a black person, or vice versa. You know what I mean? You black and one of your family members had one bad experience with a white person, and now they hate all white people as bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what happens to us as we're growing up in families. Our families will paint the picture for our whole entire life if we allow that to happen. If we continue to do that, and I say to you today, if you're listening to this show today, examine your life and ask yourself, what am I allowing my family, what type of picture am I still embedded in because of my family painting it for me? What is it that I need to repaint? I need to just get a new canvas and repaint life the way I see it, the way I experienced it. You know what I mean? I need to let go of the so-called family values if it's not benefiting me. Let's say that. If it's holding me back from being all that God created me to be. Because see, your family didn't create you. This is what we need to get right. Your family did not create you. Yes, your mother, your father came together and then the egg and that sperm met and all this whole bit. But out of all those sperms, little sperms and the eggs, somehow God said this one is going to make it through. This is the one I want to come out here into this world. And this is the one that I'm going to put this certain purpose on. I'm going to get a certain gift, this certain talents. And I want them to go forth and bring it into reality so that before they leave this earth, they will have completed the assignment that I allowed them to come into this earth to do. Bam. Just like that. Just like that, y'all. And when you start thinking in that term, and you start thinking like, okay, I don't care what my mama, my daddy, my sister, my uncle, my cousin, my brother, I don't care what they think about me because I'm special. I am enough. If I wasn't, I wouldn't be here. I got a purpose. That's why I'm here. So I can't allow Uncle Bob and, I sued and my teacher from 3rd grade that told me I would never do nothing, be nobody. I can't allow them, their words, to dictate who I am and who I am going to become, no matter how old you are. On one of my podcast shows, I talked about a lady that was 80 years old I read up on, and she always promised her mom she would complete college. 80. She went back to school and completed college at the age of 80 years old. Now, no matter if she dropped dead at 81, I don't want to say it that way, but let's talk reality here. She completed her purpose because she wanted to show her daughters, her grandkids, her great-grands that you can do whatever you want to do at any time of your life, and don't allow your age to stop you. Don't allow what, has happened in your past to stop you. So she completed her mission. If she would have dropped dead the day after graduation, she completed her mission in this life because look at what she left behind for her family to look at what branch she put on that family tree. Wow, I got a great I got a great aunt that graduated college at 80 years old. I'm only 17. I can do this. Even though I just got all C's. I can do this. You get what I'm saying? We are here to create our own family legacy. We are here to leave behind good things no matter what happens to us through this time, space, reality. No matter how we've been treated by our family, we are here to create a new. That's what we're here to do, guys. That is what we're here to do. Now, before I go, because I said I was going to try to keep these shows, I just want to tell y'all just briefly about this one show I've been watching with my son. We get these Netflix little episodes or whatever it's called. Better Call Saul. And it's a spinoff of Breaking Bad. The lawyer that was in Breaking Bad, if you know anything about it was a big show on Netflix. But real short, Saul, I ain't going to tell you his real name because then I'm going to tell all the show. But anyway, the main character, Saul, he had a brother, an older brother. And, their mom and their dad died, but they were older when they died or whatever. And they're grown men now or whatever in the show, of course. But long story short, Saul's older brother, had became this big time lawyer. And Saul got into one situation from his wife cheating on him or whatever, and everything just kind of went haywire for his life. And so he kind of was always a little problematic type of person or whatever. But his brother got him a job at his law firm. Long story short, Saul really liked this one chick that he was working with in the mailroom. That's where he was working at. And she went, and the law firm paid for her to get a degree. And because he didn't want to lose her, he went and got his degree in law and became a lawyer. Well, his brother never acknowledged him being a lawyer, never took him serious, even though he was good at what he did. His brother kept telling him that he's always going to be a jack up. He's always going to be this, always. But yet his brother got sick and Saul was there for his brother I'm talking all the stuff he was doing. I was like, I couldn't do it, And his brother was just always tearing him down. Always, no matter what this dude did, he always tore him down. But come to find out, the reason why was because the older brother, when the mother was passing away, the father always liked Saul over him. And when the mom was in the hospital passing away, they were both there at the hospital bed. And Saul went out to get something to eat, and she woke up for a minute. And she called Saul's name and not the older brother's name. She called out for Saul, and then she died. So that told the other brother that, damn, my dad and my mom like my younger brother over me. Even though I'm the more responsible one, they loved him over me. And because of that, he took that anger throughout his life and put it on Saul. And Saul didn't even know. Saul just being himself. You know what I'm saying? All Saul wanted was his brother's love and respect, and just wanted to be there for his brother. He was bending over backwards for his brother. So I just tell y'all that short story to say, even though it's a TV show, it's so real. It's so real. You know what I mean? People can just hold anger and resentment in their heart and then latch out to their siblings and put it on them. Or mothers and fathers can grow up with all of this anger and this hurt and this pain in their heart and then put it on their kids. And then their kids turn around and put it on their kids. And it just becomes this cycle. You know what I mean? At some point, we got to break it. We got to become like Aunt Felicia. And we got to be the happy family, the family that you leave their house and you just want to buy everybody flowers and say, hey, you can do it. That's what we're here for, guys. God created us to love one another, to go and to make a difference in this world, to go out and be individuals and add, not to hold on to things that are unbeneficial to us or people that are unbeneficial to us, not to allow people to enable us to be who it is that God created us to be, not to be loyal to family just because you're family, not to allow that to keep you in this cage in your own prison, because that's what it is. You're creating your own prison for yourself. You're creating a reality prison for yourself when you got the key at any time to let yourself free because of your loyalty to your family because you're worried about what family thinks or what family will say and things of that nature when there's family all around you. God has a tribe for you wherever you go. Every move that I've made a little small tribe, whether it was 1 people or 2 people. I got them on in my phone right now and I could call and we can just have a great conversation. You got to be open, guys, to go out here into this world and to make a difference in the way that God created you to make the difference. You can't be fearful of doing something that your family has never done because that's a problem a lot of times too. Sometimes we're scared to be that one to venture out further than our family ever did. Why? Because they're fearful and that's all we're around. So I should say all of that to say, remember that when the next time you say family over everything, look around and make sure that your family is making sure that they are supportive of the things that you are setting out to accomplish, that they are, giving you the affection and the love that you deserve, And if they're not, it's okay. But just know that your value and your worth is everything. You got to value, you got to love yourself first. That's one. And when you do that, guess what? Sometimes you can inspire your family to learn how to value and love themselves. But you got to first be consistent with it. You got to be consistent with it. I live very far from my family. All my family is scattered, and yet I still got love for them all. But I realize that I have grown into a real loving person and peaceful person. And I think really it's because of my distance. Not saying that, my family bad, but I'm just saying it gives me space to be able to love them when I see them and to miss them and to, you know what I'm saying? And have even more fun. I'm not just like, damn, I see you every day. It's just more exciting when I see them. We have more things to talk about and to do, so go out there, guys, venture out into the world, create your family, create your family branch. What does that look like for you? What is it going to look like for you? Let go of the things that is deep rooted within you that maybe your family put there, whichever family member, put it there. That's not beneficial to you. Whatever thought process, whatever mindset, whatever doubt, whatever shame, whatever pain that your family or one of your family members or whatever, or a couple of them, for whatever reason has put on you, release it today. Let it go. Give it to God. Heal yourself and move on. Because we can't change the past, but we can change the future. Remember that. You can change your future any day. All you got to do is decide that's what I'm doing. Today is a new day. And today I'm moving forward. Period. That's it. Okay? Period.com. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. I don't know, like I said, I never know why God put these certain topics on me and put, I guess certain, things are in my subconscious through conversations throughout the week with different people, whatever. But it's all good. Like I said, these conversations is not just for you. It's for me too, yo. Seriously. I listen back and I be like, damn, yeah, that's a good point. Wow, I said that? Okay. So just remember, you as an individual get to create your own family. You get to start your own branch on a family tree. You get to leave behind your own legacy for the generations to come behind you to look at, to be able to be inspired by, to be able to be encouraged by, motivated by. Oh, look at Aunt ADionne. Look at what she accomplished. Even in the midst of her journey of moving all around, she still accomplished some good things. She still inspires some people. She had some hardship, but she is the person that I can look at anytime I fall down and I think I can't get back up. ADionne is the one I could go back to her story and say, I can do it. You feel me? So if I leave here today or tomorrow, that's the legacy that I get to leave behind for my branch on my family tree. Crazy, right? But very simple, but very powerful at the same time. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to leave y'all. This is ADionne, your dream pusher, your lifeguard. And make sure that y'all follow me on IG, Facebook, YouTube, Chronicles of Living, LIVIN, without the G, okay? I love you guys. This is ADionne, Chronicles of Living, and this is the show for everyday people doing everyday things. Extraordinary folk. We out here doing the damn thing the best way we can, and I hope y'all have a happy Memorial Day today, tomorrow, whichever day y'all celebrate it. Thank you to all the people that served for this country, this, United States, anybody that has family members that's in the service. Tell them I said thank you. I appreciate them. Okay? So until next Sunday, I love you guys. Peace. Deuces.
Thank you for listening to Chronicles of Living, where we talk to everyday people about everyday things in the past, present, and future. And if you are pursuing your dreams, I'm proud of you. Because the best part of life is when you decide to live. To keep up with us, please visit chroniclesofliving.com. Until next time, this is ADionne, your dream pusher. I love you guys.